free socks.
Blis.fm.
The business model for radio is totally different now from certainly when I started, but even 5 years ago, certainly 10 years ago. We have other ways of getting information. We have other ways of getting new music. We have other ways of hearing what we want to hear, what we're interested in. I'm the Vice President of Operations at Blis.fm. Jeff Newman. Radio is always my original and most passionate love. I helped create Blis. It grew out of a series of conversations and ideas about the state of terrestrial radio and where it was going, and the fact that the internet was growing and continues to grow. Right now on the Blis stream are a variety of many different shows. You know, right now we've got, I think, 23 shows. 2 more are debuting before the end of October. There's a show called Domesticology. It's about domestic issues. We have a wine sommelier who hosts The Cellar. It's a show about wine and grapes and pairings. And there's a show hosted by a pop group called Dorothy Malone. And it's fun and funny.
My name is Richard Glover. I'm the host of The Cellar on Blis.fm. I go into 166 countries, and I do know I have listeners in the Philippines, in Cambodia. I have listeners in Morocco and Tunisia. I have listeners in South Africa, and I have listeners in Europe and in the UK. I like to have the show turn from just internet into an actual TV program on cable TV, maybe on old Oprah or maybe on Channel 4, Channel 5 on a major network. I give people an opportunity just to be mystified on Monday night. And I always tell them, take time to enjoy fine wine, and we'll see them in the cellar. I
think people are starting to get it, and I think the future of internet radio in the next 5 years is only going to increase. For us, we're taking it on, to another level. We're doing video streaming as well for those who want to. And if you have something to say, if you have a specialty or a professional, whether you're an author or an athlete or a chef or a musician, professional in politics, business owner, entrepreneur, if you have something where you can serve that audience or it becomes interesting, then the people are going to listen. So with that said, yes, Blis will succeed, but the opportunities for other similar types of streams will succeed as well.
My name is Brian Hamlet. I'm the host of The Dialogue with Brian Keith. Being on Blis has definitely expanded the platform and the reach of the message that I'm trying to get out, which one is changing lives one conversation at a time. It gives me the freedom to talk even when people don't want to listen to me. We discuss every topic under the sun. We have talked about capital punishment. We've talked about transgender rights. We've talked about equality in pay for men and women. So we run the gambit because what we realize is that ultimately every issue that we have in life is not common to one person. It's really common across the board to humanity. What inspired me to start the show was basically the different conversations that I have with people. From young to old, to black to white, and how much I learned from those conversations.
No one listens to radio the way I used to as a kid, for instance, tuning in a little AM dial and trying to get a station out of Detroit or Canada. And it was cool because they weren't playing what I was listening to in New York. Disc jockeys who had freedom, who could talk about what they wanted to talk about, play what they wanted to play. It doesn't exist anymore. And that's why we created Blis, because here, everything I just told you that doesn't exist on terrestrial radio does, and the possibilities are endless.